I'm Jeff Myers, and welcome to Elgin Today. On this edition, Friday, August 26th, it was time for Elgin's first museum crawl. 4 sites in the city, including both museums, saw 200 folks come through their locations for Elgin-related stories. At the Elgin History Museum, we learned from the museum educator that in the 1890s, all railroad travel time was actually Elgin time, courtesy of the Elgin Watch Fact. We talk with Joe Vasallo, co-chair of the Elgin Short Film Festival, slated to take place on Saturday, September 24th at the Hemmons Cultural Center. Mayor David Captain's segment has a conversation with Jaime Garcia, who just recently retired as executive director of Central Day Information. And we get a chance to talk it over with the new executive director. We'll have these stories and more on this edition of Elgin Today. We're delighted to be outside the Hemmons Cultural Center, and Joe Vasallo is with us. If we're talking to Joe, you know it means the Elgin Short Film Festival. You're at it again, aren't you?
It's that time of year. It's getting to be fall, back in school, and it's time for a film festival.
Oh, we love it. September 24th it'll take place. It started some 13 years ago. What has this event meant to you over the years?
You know, we originally started this film festival as a way to bring people to the Hemmons, bring people to downtown Elgin, as well as showcase some great art. And the film festival has been a part of it, but so is things like Fringe Fest, the Cultural Arts Commission. We've had all kinds of projects going on, and really what it means is just having it's Elgin, and it's Elgin cool. Right?
I like that. This year, you told me off air, you're getting films, 20-minute films, counting the title and everything, and the credits, so I can say it, from where?
20 minutes or less. We've got films coming in from Spain, Serbia, South Korea.
Do you speak their languages?
No, no. I don't even know if I could order food properly. And usually I'm pretty good at that. But for the most part, everything is mainly for the Midwest. We do have some films from California.
Wonderful.
But yeah, we're an international film festival again.
Over the years, they've come all over the place. And you had Ben Erickson working with you the past couple of years. That changes things a little bit, doesn't it?
Hey, the Beacon Academy is great to work with. Those kids do a fabulous job, and Ben does a great job with them. So yeah, we're excited to partner with them again to do an online version of it. So if you can't make it to the Hemmons, buy tickets and watch online.
But there's 1,200 seats waiting for a show up, isn't there?
I've been dying to fill this place. And we've had great audiences, but we've come close. But yeah, one of these days I want to have that last ticket sold punched on there.
We'll have a red carpet again this year.
Red carpet starts at 6. Judy is in charge of the red carpet, and you know she always puts together a fabulous show.
Wonderful show, no question about it. Mike Toomey is back again, is he not?
We love Mike Toomey. So Mike Toomey is back again. He's a great host. He's a funny guy. And, you know, it's getting to be the point where I don't know if I could do this without Mike.
Oh, I can't. I'll say that right to the camera. I'm not afraid to say that. He's delightful.
Mike is delightful. He's awesome. We really like him.
I only see him for 98 seconds, but he's still very important with that.
Your favorite 98 seconds?
It is. Tickets? How do I get tickets, young man?
Tickets, you can buy them online. You can go to the Facebook events page or the Hemmons box office. $10. You get them before the show. Get them now so you don't have to wait in line. And that way you can enjoy the red carpet and all the fun things that are happening beforehand.
So get here early, 6 o'clock you said, for the red carpet, and that's really fun to do.
Correct. 6 o'clock for the red carpet. So, and then the show starts at 7.
Your man in charge with you is who?
Rich Jacobs is my co-chair again this year, as always.
He's hard-working, isn't he?
He is hard-working, yes.
Do you look at a lot of films, a lot of the short films?
I do. You know what? I try and hold off because that way I can be a tiebreaker if we have any judging issues, and Rich does the same. But yes, I end up watching all of them, everything that's submitted. So. One
more inside story you told me. You get to watch some of the films with Mike Toomey, and you guys are bantering back and forth. Are you paying attention when you do that?
Paying attention to who? Mike or the films?
Well, both.
Actually, both. So yeah, once the films roll, I kind of can relax and just enjoy the night like everybody else. And yeah, I get to sit with Mike backstage and watch the films backstage. And it's a lot of fun because, you know, sometimes we'll be watching a film and go like, man, that was really cool. Or did you get that part and this and that? So it's always a good time.
We should have our Jeremy Hayes right there recording that. That's fun stuff.
I hope so.
So again, September 24th, get here early for the red carpet at 6.
Yes, red carpet at 6. Tickets are $10. September 24th, we're gearing to go.
Get those tickets online. So we're ready to go. We're excited for, this is the 14th. We did have the 2020 not doing it, but we're still 14th annual, isn't it?
We consider it the 14th because we actually did get submissions for that before everything fell apart with COVID. So yeah, we consider 14.
Always on duty, the Elgin Short Film Festival. Joe Vasallo, thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
We continue our museum crawl, and we're at the Elgin History Museum. Rebecca Miller, you are the museum coordinator. What a day this has been.
It's been a wonderful day for us. We've had a lot of fun. So many people have come already today.
You have a throng here.
We do. It's very crowded in the hallways.
How did you prepare for this day?
We thought about the catastrophes and disasters that have impacted Elgin's history really from the start up until the current day, and wanted to pull out those pieces of history and bring them up to people to showcase how they've shaped Elgin.
And you have lots of things as well to show, though, don't you?
We do. We limited it to 9 catastrophes.
Really? And folks are taking a quiz, aren't they?
We are. We're sending them on every floor of the museum to take a look and see all the different catastrophes, find a special keyword, write it on their worksheet, and then get entered in a raffle.
That's great. Your main was look at the 1920 tornado, is that right?
We did. We looked at the 1920 tornado because, as you know, it was just 100 years ago, 102 years ago. So it's still fresh in some people's minds because we just had the centennial of that a couple years ago.
There's lots of pictures, like when the church was hurt.
There's a lot of very impressive pictures. There's the church pictures. There's a couple pictures of barns that were picked up off their stone foundations and completely turned over. Yeah.
What else are you showcasing to the folks here?
We have a couple of catastrophes related to the Fox River.
Wow.
We have some that date back to in the 1880s. We have an ice skater that was lost on the Fox River.
Really?
We had a ferry boat disaster in the Fox River. And we're talking about a train crash that helped shape the success of the Elgin National Watch Company.
Wow.
Little teaser.
Somebody was dropped off from New England with the crash?
This train crash was not even in Illinois. It was a train crash in Ohio.
Ah.
But that train crash led to the standardization of watches that were used by the railroad conductors.
Right.
And really making those special watches is what really led to Elgin Watch's success.
And everybody having the same time, no matter what train they're getting on.
Exactly. So
that's
that
almost the 1870s, isn't it?
that train crash was 1893.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's great, though.
Yeah.
So we're creating time even when we're not in Elgin.
Exactly. We're impacting everyone around the country.
Well, Rebecca Miller is great. A great crowd here.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to us. How long have you worked here?
About 5 years.
All right.
Yeah.
With that, we're going to get before they think I'm a disaster.
Come on out next year.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Come on out next time. We're definitely going to do this again next year.
Do we have enough crisis?
Well, that's my job to find them.
All right. Thanks, Rebecca Miller.
Thank you.
It's time for our September edition with our conversation with Mayor David Captain. Mayor, you're out on a sunny day. We're outside, aren't we?
We are, Jeff, and it's a beautiful day, and we have a great guest for this month's segment. We're out at Centro de Información, and we're going to talk to Jaime Garcia. Jaime just retired recently as the executive director for many years, and I want to talk to him and want to go back and talk about the changes that have happened in Elgin and with Centro over his time here. And Centro is going to be celebrating next month on October 1st their gala for their 50th anniversary. So, important part of the city of Elgin and a part of the transition of this community from what it was 50 years ago to what it is today.
Can we find out how he got this job?
Yes, we can. We can talk to him and say what happened to him and how did he become part of Centro, and what was that decision-making process. And sometimes, like with being the mayor, sometimes that process is not as straightforward as what you think. So Jaime, tell us how you got started out here.
Some 40 years ago it would be, Jaime.
Well, actually, I came to Elgin back in 1970. I had a part-time job with the United Methodist Churches and working with a Hispanic mission here.
It's your 52nd anniversary.
Well, personally, yes. But as a result of that, as part of that, is how Centro de Información got started. A coalition of churches, leaders got together, and we thought there was a need for some type of place where Latinos can come to. Back then, if you did not speak English, you were in real bad problems here because there were no government agencies, offices, retail stores, banks. Nobody had bilingual personnel. So you either spoke English or you needed to find someone to go with you. And so that's how Centro got started. Back in 1972, 50 years ago, and I was for the first number of years I was on the board of directors of Centro. I have always been involved in Centro for 50 years, but it wasn't until 15 years ago that I became executive director of Centro de Información, because I actually worked for School District U46 for 34 years.
Really?
Yes.
Instructor?
I was a teacher, ESL teacher, bilingual teacher. I was a counselor. I was a dean of students.
What school were you based at?
I was all over.
At the main office, you might have been.
No, not there. My last 9 years, though, I was a principal at Sunnydale Elementary out on Streamwood.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And then I retired, and then I came. I was on the board of Centro, and the former director resigned. Actually, she retired, and so I stepped in interim-wise for a few months. We found a new person. She came in, was here for a year and a half, and then she had to go for personal reasons, and then I stepped in again.
Wow.
And but I saw that the board wasn't moving as far as looking for a new director, and I said to them in the board meeting, I said, what are we going to do about our search for a new director? And they said, why? We already have one.
Here's Johnny on the spot.
So I said, you know what? My wife was still working. I was retired, so I said, why not?
That's great.
I know the town, I know the job, I know and I loved what I was doing, and so I said, sure, why not?
Great. And you worked with Jaime many situations, didn't you?
We have over the years, yes, and an important part of the community, and we've seen the Latino population grow as a percentage now. It's the largest ethnic group in the entire city, 50%. And Elgin is, I just had a little comment last night that Elgin's a reflection of what America is going to be. And it's we're seeing a shift in this country and to Latino population, and Elgin, and we're very diverse, a diverse community, and Centro has been an integral part of that.
That's great.
And Jaime's absolutely right. People come here, and they come from a foreign country. They have different cultural heritage, and it's hard to adapt. So they need somebody to give them that leg and that step up. And even to help them, and Centro does has food for people that need some assistance and things like that as well. So they cover a lot of ground for people that come here and gets them over the hump and gets them into a new life. And that's so important for people. And we want that to happen in Elgin for everybody.
Great. So Elgin's kind of ahead of all of society because we are the city of the current but the future.
Yes, absolutely. And you compare our populations to the two largest states, California and two of the largest states, California and Texas, and our population is almost a mirror of that. So it's important that we have we make those transitions for people.
I mean, you've done so many things. Talk about some of the proud things you are of what you've done here over the years.
Well, just the establishment of Centro de Información. We started out with a group of volunteers and no funding, no money. And we were very fortunate that along the way we have had people step in or organizations step in to be able to help in this journey toward to where Centro is now. For example, about our first year into being an established organization, we were approached by United Way of Elgin to say if we would want to be part of the of United Way, and that was really unheard of because usually you have to apply to be a member. Okay. But I guess it's some of the powers to be in the city, went to United Way and said, invite them.
That's great.
And so, that was really good that we have always had the backing of the
powers to be.
The powers to be here, and we have struggled, but we have perceived where Centro now, we have more than $1 million budget.
Wow.
We have 3 sites. The main one here, as you see here in
Elgin.
We have also satellite offices in Hanover Park and in Carpentersville. And so pre-pandemic, we were seeing an average of 15,000 different individuals coming to Centro every year.
Wow.
And it has been reduced this year, one because of people not wanting to come out or so forth, but we're down to about 8,000 right now per year.
Wow.
But that's still a significant number. And when people don't know the language, people don't know the laws, or how things work, then they are victims. And it's as if they had the word victim on their forehead, because they fall to prey to landlords that take advantage of them, employers that take advantage of them, or just driving out on the getting into an accident, and just all kinds of things. And people are victims, and they don't know where to turn to.
They turn to you.
Centro de Información.
We're about 2 minutes away. We're going to meet the new executive director.
We are. And let's invite Diana Ortega Elris up.
Well, no, not at this point. We still have a couple more minutes before we say hello to her.
Okay, and we are going to do that. And she's going to be the new executive director. And looking forward to working with her. I've known her for a number of years, and she's going to be a great choice.
The 50th anniversary, you're making plans. What kind of to-dos are we for that, October 1?
We are planning for a big feast. And yes,
are you cooking that day?
Am I working that day?
No, are you cooking that day?
Am I cooking that day? We hope to get up to 500 people.
Whoa.
And so, no, I am not
Where will it
cooking
take
that day.
Where's that going to be at?
It's going to be at the Q Center.
Oh,
this is our first time
job.
out there. Yeah. But we thought that if we're really gunning for 500 people, we need a big place. And that's the one that we could come up with.
All right,
so,
wonderful.
yes.
Well, Jaime, congratulations on your great career. You stay with us at this moment.
Okay, very
and
good.
Mayor now, I think, that cue for the new executive director. So we're going to get a chance to say hello to our new executive director. All right, Mayor, tell us who we're seeing.
We're seeing Diana Ortega Elris. She's been involved in Elgin for a number of years with the young people in the city of Elgin. And this is a job for her now that's going to grow to looking to, as Jaime has said, to offer assistance to all kinds of people and people that need help. And I think she's an excellent choice to take that job.
Congratulations. You just started in the month of August. This is exciting times, isn't it?
Yes, I started August 15th, so I am very new in this particular role, although I have been a huge fan of Centro de Información's work for many, many years. I've been a supporter from the community for many years.
Oh, of course, we know that. And you've worked with the mayor from time to time, haven't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely, and his support means a lot to me.
And he's good to work with, isn't he?
Absolutely.
There you go, Mayor, your endorsement.
There we go. Thank you. And we expect a great relationship as we have with Jaime. And, we all have stories to tell. And I think that one of the things that want to make sure here, and we went through a period a few years ago when new residents in the city of Elgin were afraid about being deported. And Jeff Swoboda and I sat down with Jaime and the board, and in a matter of minutes, we said, this is not going to happen in the city of Elgin. This is how we do things, and our policies have stayed the same for well over 10 years, 15 years, and they're going to stay the way. We want people to feel safe in this community and to feel welcome. And as Jaime said, it's so hard for people to come to a new area, and I see people in my neighborhood who get calls all the time. They don't even know how to get the trash out, what trash day is, and how do we do it here. So they have to learn new rules, and that's part of what Centro does, and it makes the transition so much smoother for people.
They have real trouble. They just call the mayor and he comes over.
Yes.
You of course, you do some sidebar things. You are with the Elgin Public Museum. You're involved with those kids, aren't you?
Yeah, I serve on their board as well.
You're doing it all.
Not all. No, I'm doing some, and now I'm shifting my focus over to Centro.
Great.
But I have to add, since the mayor brought up, and Jaime did such a great job of recapping the history of Centro, as a member of a local faith community, I can say that the work that Centro does is so important to welcome the neighbor, which is something that we are asked to do as a follower of Jesus personally, but I know that other religions have similar values. And so if anyone out there has ever known what it's like to be the new kid on the block, they know how important the work is here at Centro.
Well said, Mayor.
That is, and it sums it up very well. And one thing that I've been saying, and this goes back to a meeting I had with a coalition of Elgin religious leaders, and I've carried this with me for a long time. No matter who you are, no matter where you came from, no matter what your religion, you're welcome here. And I think that's what that's the message that we want to send out.
Great. Let's make that a sign out front.
Yes,
Yes,
let's
great.
do that. Let's do that. So we hope to have everyone out to our gala October 1st. You can go to centro50.givesmart.com to get your tickets, and we are looking for sponsorships at this moment from any business or organization who is wanting to share the work that they do with our audience of longtime supporters of over 50 years of this organization. We are counting on your support at this incredible opportunity to celebrate 50 years. So if you have any questions, just contact Centro, or you can go online to centro50.givesmart.com.
October 1st it will be. You'll be there saying hello to everybody.
Absolutely. I'll be at the door welcoming everyone in.
Our own Jeremy Hayes will be there as well.
Wonderful.
And you'll be there, Jaime, won't you? Because you're the...
I sure will be
All
there.
right,
Yes.
'cause you're cooking again, aren't you? Well, Jaime and Diana, we appreciate it. Great visit here, Mayor.
Thank you, Jeff, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody at the gala on October 1st.
That's our segment for the month of September with Mayor Captain and Friends.
Nos encontramos en el mes de la hispanidad y para eso la biblioteca está aquí con nosotros siempre a hacer diferentes festivales, eventos y cosas así. Y hoy tenemos unas bellas muchachitas, mujercitas con nosotros. Y primeramente quisiera felicitar a nuestra Marilyn porque en sí tiene una nueva posición que es en sí la directora. Le vamos a dejar que nos diga un poquito de lo que estás haciendo y más que nada te queremos felicitar. ¡Bravo! Porque la verdad es un gran, una oportunidad para nosotros tenerte porque siempre andas bien ocupada y haciendo mucho por nosotros y muchísimas gracias. Platícanos un poquito, danos tu nombre y en sí tu posición.
Gracias, Elisa. Gracias por invitarnos a tu programa. Soy la nueva directora de los servicios a la comunidad hispana y vengo a hacerles una invitación a todos para participar en los programas que tenemos en la biblioteca.
Platícanos un poquito de tu posición en sí, ahorita, ¿qué estás haciendo?
Estoy trabajando con este bonito equipo aquí y estamos trabajando para ofrecerles a ustedes servicios y les vamos a contar sobre todos los servicios que le ofrecemos.
Muchas gracias. Dinos, Florecita, porque sé que tienen una gran lista de cosas que van a estar haciendo. Dinos un poquito.
Mira, tenemos programas actualmente en persona y virtuales. Por ejemplo, tenemos clases de computación en español, grupos de conversación de inglés y ciudadanía. Y si en historias también tenemos un círculo de lectura, talleres de empleo como currículum y entrevistas, estrategias de pronunciación en inglés y consejitos financieros que lo dan Nora Chacón, Café de los Recuerdos y muchos más. También tenemos programas especiales a través de todo el año, que son el Día Internacional de la Mujer, la Posada, el Día de Muertos, pero en esta ocasión principalmente venimos a hacer la invitación a todo el público al mes de la Hispanidad. Siempre la herencia hispana.
Sí, hay tantas cosas por hacer. Para estas cosas que acabas de nombrar, ¿se necesita registración? ¿Cómo van a ser las personas que quieran apuntarse o nomás vienen? Porque sé que a veces hay cupo ilimitado y a veces no alcanzamos.
En esta ocasión, como en los años anteriores, son 5 programas que tenemos y vamos a empezar, y el primer programa que tenemos es el de la celebración de la Independencia de México. No necesitan registro, no necesitan más que venir en familia, son programas familiares y es para celebrar la Independencia de México. Vamos a tener la interpretación del Grito de Dolores, vamos a tener grupos folclóricos.
Siempre el baile tiene que estar, no se puede perder.
No, el grupo Quetzali nos va a acompañar, vamos a tener mucha diversión y vamos a tener una muestra de bailes folclóricos y vamos a tener manualidades para los niños. Así que los esperamos.
Tantas cosas que hacer, la verdad, y la lista está enorme. Aseguren que vayan en sí el enlace, porque si no se nos olvida cuántas cosas. Jessica, y platícanos un poquito más de lo que van a hacer.
Ok, para el jueves 22 de septiembre a las 6:30 de la tarde vamos a tener un programa que va a ser presentado en inglés, pero tenemos interpretación en español y se trata sobre los últimos 50 años de las contribuciones que han hecho los latinos, específicamente en Elgin y sus alrededores. Los invitamos a que puedan participar. Es un programa que va a dar el profesor Antonio Ramírez, que es profesor asociado de Historia y Ciencias Políticas en ECC. Esperemos que puedan participar. Esto es para la familia, para estudiantes, que conozcan un poquito sobre todas las contribuciones que han hecho los latinos, que han hecho
la historia, ¿no?
Sí, los últimos 50 años y los que van a seguir haciendo 50 años más.
Para saber todo eso, la verdad es muy interesante, y alguien que venga y nos platique un poquito creo que es ideal, ¿no? Sí. Y también no se tienen que registrar, pueden venir o qué va a pasar.
Sí, pueden registrarse en línea. Tenemos nuestro enlace para que puedan registrarse ese día. Invitamos a que vengan estudiantes, padres, todos están invitados para todos estos programas.
¿Y va a haber traducción especial, dijiste?
Claro, la presentación va a ser en inglés, pero va a tener interpretación en español. Para las personas que quieran participar, lo pueden también hacer de esa manera.
Y qué padre, ¿no? Tener un poquito más de nuestra historia, de dónde venimos, y especialmente 50 años, eso es casi nada, ¿verdad? Sí. Platícanos así, ¿qué nos van a decir?
Bueno, también otro programa que vamos a tener, Elisa, es el jueves 29 de septiembre, que eso es en la cocina por Facebook. Y ese programa vamos a hacer arepas. Entonces sí, nos va a acompañar Rocío Robledo, entonces no se lo pierdan, solamente tienen que ingresar al Facebook de la biblioteca.
Y no podemos venir a agarrar un cachito, una probadita, porque pues realmente se va a antojar.
Sí, muy ricas. No, es que esos se graban en la casa de la persona, que es lo bonito.
Vamos a llegar a su casita. Tendremos que llegar ahí. No sabe, pero vamos a invadir. Sí, claro.
Bueno, y tenemos el sábado 1 de octubre, nuestro mes del mes de la Hispanidad, que es la celebración que es en la biblioteca principal, es de 1 a 3 de la tarde, y vamos a celebrar con invitados especiales, música, baile, tenemos un sorteo.
Siempre es una gran chapachanga, ¿verdad? Sí, y así como la herencia en sí empieza el 15 de septiembre hasta el 15 de octubre, más o menos, ¿verdad?
Sí, pero nosotros lo vamos a empezar el 10 de septiembre.
Porque nos encanta la pachanga.
Sí, que es el Día de la Independencia de México, y esto va a ser en inglés y en español.
Ok. Muy bien, Susana.
Sí, como comentaba mi compañera Flor, pues va a ser en inglés y en español, y vamos a tener por primera vez nuestra primera feria del libro local. Nunca se había hecho aquí en la biblioteca en español. Y también pues vamos a contar con la participación de autores locales de Elgin, que es lo más importante.
¿Y qué van a hacer en ese aspecto?
Por ejemplo, los autores, si la gente quiere comprar el libro, va a estar el autor, va a tener su mesa, va a tener libros disponibles que pueden comprar y los pueden autografiar. Y también lo más importante va a ser que al final se va a hacer una rifa, y pues bueno, uno tiene la oportunidad de ganar como premio pues algunos de los libros de los autores, y como dije, locales, que son aquí de Elgin.
Sí, y realmente especial. Ya hemos conocido uno que otro autor, y creo que nos motiva, porque en sí, conocerlo y luego leer el libro, como que nos conectamos un poquito más, ¿no?
En este sorteo vamos a tener libros y muchas sorpresas, así que vengan todos, porque vamos a tener regalos para todas las edades, y a todos los esperamos, y que vengan en familia, porque esta es una celebración para todos, para todos.
Y para finalizar todo gran programas que vamos a tener para el mes de la Hispanidad, tenemos conversaciones con una autora, Corazones Abiertos, Pascual Herrera, que ha presentado durante varias bibliotecas y otras presentaciones en universidades. Vamos a tener el placer de tenerla en la biblioteca, y va a presentar sobre 3 temas muy importantes, que es ser latino en Estados Unidos, poder saber 2 idiomas, inglés y en español en este caso.
Las grandes ventajas, ¿verdad?
Sí, las grandes ventajas, y claro, la discapacidad, ya que es una mujer que ha luchado bastantemente, tanto como profesionalmente y personalmente, ya que es una persona que tiene una discapacidad. Ella tuvo polio cuando era muy chica, pero ella va a hablar sobre su libro, que es No siempre es un valle de lágrimas. Así es que ella también va a ser una de las autoras que va a estar en la Feria de Libros, y esperemos que puedan todos participar. Y
parece que ese es un libro que tenemos que leer, ¿verdad?
Sí, está disponible en la biblioteca, pero si quieren participar, pueden venir a comprarlo en nuestra feria local de libros. Y aquí está nuestro separador de libros con toda la información por la parte de atrás, que va a decir todo lo que en detalle todos nuestros grandes programas, y nada más que nada que por favor participen, y nos vemos aquí muy pronto.
Muchas gracias, muchachos, porque en sí realmente tenemos tanta información, muchos eventos, no nos podemos perder, autores que vamos a venir, libros que tenemos que leer, pachanga que tenemos que venir a ver, a bailar y todo eso. No se lo pierdan, tenemos
aguas
en sí
frescas.
Aguas frescas, y vamos a ver si nos llegamos a las arepitas. De todos modos, los esperamos, no se lo pierdan, vayan en enlace, en sí que lo vamos a poner aquí, y cualquier pregunta que tengan nos dejan saber. Hasta luego, adiós, gracias a todas. For more information, please visit cityofelgin.org. Para más información, por favor visite nuestra página cityofelgin.org. don't forget, for city services, call 311. Call, click, connect. Para servicios de la ciudad, no olvide llamar 311, llamar, conectar y textear.